fastest and the longest. Bill Parsons being lapped by Dale Jarrett.
Bill is currently being shown in the 24th position.
6 laps behind.
Now Darrell Waltrip, we saw Dale Jarrett trying to get by Darrell Waltrip. Now Waltrip is trying to get by Brett Bodine.
Well, I'm sure their spotters have told them that Rusty Wallace is only about a straightaway behind them, so they need to run as fast as they can if this thing stays green, but it isn't going to. The yellow flag is out right now, as a matter of fact.
And a great break for Jeff Gordon, who was just about to go a lap down. He was within inches of going a lap down. The yellow comes out, and the field is slowed. I assume this is for more debris on the racetrack because we don't see any car in trouble. It comes on lap 287.
Since we don't see any cars on the track, it must be a piece of debris someplace. Meanwhile, we're going to see a bunch of pit stops. The crew's ready.
The pace car has the field very, very slow through the 3rd and 4th turns. And let's go down to Jerry Punch as they come in here on the front stretch. Remember, Dale Earnhardt will pit on the back. Jerry?
Well, Rusty Wallace, the first car to come down pit road behind him very slowly, 35 miles per hour. Here's Kyle Petty, Hutch Strickland, and Davey Allison. The right side tires are already going on. One can of fuel in. They're already down to the left side. Bill Wilburn, left front tire going on. Left rear already on lug nuts. And Rusty is off the jet. Let's check in the Dale Earnhardt pit.
The tires already going on Dale Earnhardt's car. 1 can of gasoline in. Ranks are on. David Smith swings the jack around underneath the car. They will go to work on the left side now. Rusty Wallace exiting turn number 2. Dale Earnhardt still sitting on pit road, but he is down and away. Another fine stop for the Goodrich crew.
Now can he get out ahead of Kyle Petty, who is coming down the backstretch? That Dale might be able to fall into second behind Rusty again, as Dale Jarrett had some trouble on pit road.
Well, he made an awfully good pit stop, Bob, about a 19.5-second pit stop, but the NASCAR officials held him for a little bit. Apparently I don't know if he came down pit road too fast or was over the line a little bit or just what the deal was. Must have been coming down the road too fast.
Well, it looks like the NASCAR has. And Hutch Strickland, did he get lapped in the pits, Ned?
Well, he must have.
I don't know. He's just now coming out. I don't know.
Dale Earnhardt insists that he should go in behind Rusty and not behind Kyle. And I agree, because as Dale accelerated out of the pits, he hit the line before Kyle Petty
Are they
did.
talking about that yellow line at the end of pit road? Is that the line they're talking about?
Yes, okay. I believe so. And Dale did cross that stripe before Kyle got there. Well, they're going to discuss it, and we'll tell you who wins the argument when we come back to Martinsville, Virginia Speedway. You are watching the Haynes 500 NASCAR Winston Cup race. We'll be back in a moment. Back at Martinsville, we're about to go green after this caution period. Now, the question was when we left you, should Dale Earnhardt go into second? Now watch, he will cross the line right there at the end of pit road, and he will reach that point before Kyle Petty comes along. There's Kyle. So Dale should go into second, and he will. Now, the other story occurred on pit road.
On the other side of the pit road. Here we see Jeff Gordon coming down pit road. See the McDonald's car sitting in the pits? Well, Jeff Gordon comes in his pits. They're changing right sides on the McDonald's car. The right side is up. Gordon comes in, and there he hits the 27 car, knocks it off the jack. Now then, the 27 has to go back and jack it up. He loses a lap. The 27 car, the McDonald's car, is a lap down. NASCAR penalized the 24 car a lap for the contact on pit road.
And so both Hutch Strickland and Jeff Gordon are a lap down to the field as the green comes out. We go back to racing, and there's a contact there between Earnhardt and Strickland in turn number 4. Well, it's a tough break for Strickland, who had run so well and had been one of 2 drivers to lead this race. Now it's Wallace, Earnhardt, Kyle Petty. Running in 4th position is Davey Allison, and 5th is Terry Labonte.
Darrell Waltrip is 6th, and Dale Jarrett is 7th. Brett Bodine is 8th. Those are the only 8 cars on the lead lap. Now that those 2 cars lost a lap, we had 10 cars on the lead lap, but 2 of them lost a lap in that little pit altercation.
This is the dog cam, they call it. The reason they call that.
You call it.
Well, you've seen those trucks riding down the road with a dog hanging out the right window. Well, we got the camera hanging out the right.
Okay.
Dale Jarrett and Darrell Waltrip.
They moved Jarrett into the 6th position. Darrell's car seems to be pushing a little bit right in the center of the corner. He's not quite up to speed yet. He'll go in a minute, I'm sure. There he is. He's sticking down on the inside of the racetrack, but not getting off the turn too good.
No, he's really having problems getting back on the throttle and accelerating down the straightaway.
There's Labonte right behind the pole sitter, Jeff Bodine, who was involved in a second lap crash. And now Labonte tries to shove Jeff out of the way there in the second turn. That's where it occurred on the second lap, almost did on this lap. Here's Terry Labonte's serial. Started 19th, moved to 10th, 8th, 5th, and remains in 5th position as we have moved inside the 300 lap mark. Less than 200 laps to go in this one.
They'll have another pit stop to make. At least one more.
The Pringles Kellogg's Cornflakes machine.
Denny Schrader has his car going pretty well now. Ooh, Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Bodine swapping a little bit of paint.
And Brett Bodine is right behind Darrell.
Brett is the 8th place car. He is still in the lead lap.
The two brothers started on the front row last weekend at North Wilkesboro. Now they race side by side on the track, although Jeff is not on the same lap as Brett.
Believe it or not, Jeff Bodine started on the pole, and the second lap of the race, he and Kyle Petty made some contact, and he spun. Remember last week, he and Ernie Irvin made contact on the very first lap he spun. Well, he and Kyle Petty made some contact on the second lap, coming off turn 2, and Jeff Bodine spun. Got a lap down, and really has never been able to get it back.
No, he's still 1 lap down. He's in 12th position at the moment.
Here's the driver snapshot on Darrell Waltrip. Started 26th, currently 7th. He's been as high as 5th and low as 26th. He has not led a lap. Darrell Waltrip, who has 11 victories on this speedway, 5 in this event, 6 in the fall race. His most recent win in this event was in 1989. As a matter of fact, he won both races that year.
And Hut Strickland has slowed going into turn 3, really at a slow pace. The McDonald's Ford.
Looks like he's got a flat tire.
Could have, and maybe some of that contact we saw a little bit in there earlier might have cut a tire down.
Hut brings it in. His pit is way down toward turn number 1, coming in very slowly.
Boy, had run so well all the day long, and then just all of a sudden,
it's more than a tire problem. He's talking it over with the crew members and is in no hurry whatsoever to get anything done. Jerry, got any idea what the problem is?
What we're hearing is that possibly is the rear gearing in the car is gone. The car would not pull any longer. Hunt has been on the radio and is now talking with the crew. Said, I'm going to be headed for the truck, but pit road is blocked. Actually, the area behind pit road is blocked. They're working on some of the other cars back here, including the Ricky Rudd machine. And so now Hunt Strickland's crew waiting on that car.
There's Rusty Wallace, who continues to lead this race. He's been pretty dominant.
yes, very dominant.
Yeah. Well, that's an understatement, Bob.
He has led 223 laps of the 314 that we have completed. Now, Dale Earnhardt has led 1 lap. So Earnhardt and Strickland are the only other 2 drivers to lead today besides Rusty.
Well, Rusty's led 223, and I think Strickland led about 60 or 70. So Rusty will get the bonus points for leading the most laps today.
Here's Davey Allison running with Terry Labonte.
Labonte has caught Davey Allison.
That's a race for 4th place.
Now we're inside Dale Jarrett's car, and Schrader, Labonte, and Allison are right ahead of him.
There we see Kenny Schrader right directly in front of Jed with Cody up in Chevrolet.
Bader's car is running good now, the Kodiak Chevrolet. He's gone a couple of laps down. He's